Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, as well as the vast majority of crypto and finance. And guys, I'm so damn excited. We might be jumping the gun here, but we are not going to let our emotions cloud our judgment. I asked over on Twitter just recently on September 30th, so basically a day ago, how does everyone feel about this October? Will it be an Uptober or a Downtober, comparing it to previous years? And here we have all of the previous Octobers. Now, in history, there was only two Octobers where it was bearish, and that was 2014 and that was 2018. Now, we've seen a lot of people really kind of, questioning a few things. And there was a lot of people saying like Droptober, it's going to be brutal, especially during like the end of the year. And again, there was a lot of people that were discussing this, and there was a lot of people that were bearish all over Twitter. They were saying, everyone expecting an Uptober, you're going to be let down, all this kind of stuff, which basically made me think that, listen, we are going to have a pretty good month. Now, again, it's only the second now, so we still need to be patient, but I have a great outlook on crypto. Listen, we are so close to the halving. There's a lot of big things happening around the macro agenda with crypto, meaning regulations, adoption, things like that. To me personally, I have been pretty bullish since going all the way back to November of 2022. When we seen FTX implode, I think that was a signal that if we were going to see the 10K Bitcoin or the 12K Bitcoin or whatever, price action people were expecting on the downside, we were going to see it then, right? Like, there really isn't much that could overshadow FTX imploding. I mean, you have Binance, but I think all of the Binance FUD, I think that that's basically what it is. It's just FUD. A lot of people think that, Tether's about to implode tomorrow. They've been screaming that since around like 2018, 2019. So to me personally, like, I'm not too concerned right now. And when we look at the overall market, we're still hovering right around $1 trillion in market cap. So nothing really special has happened recently. Bitcoin is up single digits right now. It's nothing too spectacular, but we are starting to see some altcoins doing some nice moves here. I would like to personally see a few things happen on Bitcoin before we do get overly bullish. One of the big things that I'm waiting for on Bitcoin is actually a break over 32K. I want to see 32K broken and really kind of us reclaim a few levels here. Until then, is this just us getting a little bit bullish simply because we are seeing a green candle? Most likely, right? But I do like the overall moves here. I like the green monthly candle. We still need to be a little bit more patient. If you actually look at the macro on Bitcoin, it's very interesting. Let me remove a lot of this information down here. If we actually look at the macro on Bitcoin, it's very interesting when comparing it back to previous yearly candles. Like, this is the 12-month view of Bitcoin. It's kind of crazy. But listen, if we are going to see similar moves, then we're talking about like 2024 being the big year for Bitcoin, just as simple as the 4-year cycle, right? But I am very excited to see the green. I think everyone's excited to see green. And I think that at this current moment in time, like, this market has been beat up so bad to the point where like any sort of green is getting, everyone a little bit excited. I won't be too excited until we get over 32K, but it is still very interesting to see how October is already starting out. Hopefully this does continue on through. It's definitely going to be interesting to see how things look going into the end of the month. But outside of this, a lot of people have been talking about things happening with Bitcoin. One of the most influential and most vocal individuals out there around Bitcoin has been Credible Crypto, obviously. He's actually talking about open interest here. He's saying it's completely wiped out on this pump. Bear's absolutely wrecked. Was expecting the open interest wipe to occur on a push down, but instead we got it on a major short squeeze up. This is the best possible outcome. Open interest reset, but price higher, leaving a lot of people watching on the sidelines. And listen, as we really kind of look at this, one of the biggest things that I've been mentioning, and I've sounded like a broken record on this, but it's because of what I was witnessing around this entire space. Like, for the longest time, people were like, what kind of money is out there that's going to push, this market higher? If you look at money market funds, these are the individuals, and this is the amount of money that is betting on a recession. On September 28th, and I know that I keep bringing this up, there was $5.64 trillion in money market funds. most of that, if we scroll down, and this is from September 27th, we see retail was holding about roughly $2.1 trillion. Institutions were holding about $3.5 trillion. So when you actually look at this, there's a lot of money out there that is just waiting on the sidelines. And if a move like this occurs on Bitcoin, where we do break over 32K and we start to kind of move towards 40K, I want you guys to understand that there's a lot of sidelined money out there. Where do you think that money is going to pour into? Like, we could start to kind of see FOMO beginning if we break over 32K. Now, I even said, and I included this in a recent video, I said almost everyone right now is expecting the same scenario: crash. I talked about the sailor buy signal. I talked about the government shutdown. I talked about the macro 2008 echo chamber. I talked about all of this. And the biggest thing I see, even around like XRP, it's so funny because I just recently made a video and somebody said, you'll be lucky to see XRP pass $1. And that's what I said on here. I said, people have come to the conclusion that you'll be lucky to see a 2x to 4x return on your altcoins. Because again, this space is so damn dead and, people have been beaten up so bad. And I even said that this market will shine again. Everyone will be asking about crypto. And during that time, you want to be taking profits. I said, do we see another crash? I don't know, right? Nobody knows. But the market sentiment is garbage. And usually when we see that, you want to be a buyer. And the same thing on XRP, right? Like if we look at the monthly on XRP, right? We're still not out of the woods. We want to see 56 cents being broken on XRP before we get any excitement in. Again, 56 cents on XRP is essentially like 32K on Bitcoin. But one thing that I've been very vocal about is this whole move to the downside on XRP. First and foremost, we tapped 47 cents, which was a big area ultimately because it's the same level that we were parked at right before the big move to the upside on the announcement of the lawsuit, right? The win. Now, I like what I'm seeing on the 3-day. I've talked about this. I've been very vocal about this in the Discord. But as we look at XRP, nobody wanted to buy on this crash down. And everyone that was so excited about the move to the upside, well, they were gone. They were disgusted. They were like, what the hell happened? Like, what is going on here? And I even said in the live stream during July, I said, you don't want to be buying this candle. You don't want to be buying these big moves. You want to buy when nobody wants to buy. You want to buy when nobody cares. You want to buy when the market sentiment is terrible. And remember, all of the information, everything that we have seen around XRP recently is still true today. So when you are feeling bearish after feeling extremely euphoric on this move to the upside, I want you all to understand what made XRP move like this. First off, was it FOMO? Sure. People were FOMOing in. We've seen the big win, which is this one. Ripple Labs notches the landmark win in SEC case over XRP cryptocurrency. But this is still true today. Right? Like XRP is still a currency. It got deemed a currency. A massive win. The only cryptocurrency in this space that actually has 100% clarity. More clarity than even Bitcoin, because guess what? It's the law now. Right? Like we've seen it win in court. Beyond that, right? We already know that almost every single major crypto exchange relisted XRP right after the ruling. When we look at XRP, is it still suppressed? Technically, yes, right? Because Ripple is still in a lawsuit, which is a company outside of XRP. It's not XRP, but people tie Ripple to XRP. And a lot of people think that the growth of Ripple around XRP has been slowed. But to me personally, beyond that, I don't think that there's really much holding XRP back. Like I don't even tie XRP to Ripple in the scenario because outside of that, what is really stopping XRP from moving? It's just the overall market sentiment, right? We're still waiting for Bitcoin to, start to break out. And then we look at the alt season, right? Like when is alt season going to start? When alt season starts, I think that that's when we will start to kind of realize, like, listen, there really isn't much holding XRP back. Like think about it like this, right? When we look at XRP, when we look at the overall price chart here, and I'm going back to the time before the big move, we've seen an over 100% gain in practically one day. What do you think happens when we're in alt season? Because this is during a bear market. And by the way, the year-to-date gains from 2023, or the beginning of 2023 to this move, was at over 200% gain. This needs to be mentioned, because beyond this, we already know that on-demand liquidity has been seeing a massive growth. Specifically, Tranglo's transaction volume was up almost 1,800%, which is huge. Beyond this, SBI just expanded XRP remittances use cases back in, again, September 7th. And don't forget all of the big updates that we've seen after the lawsuit in just one damn month. So when we really kind of look at XRP today, all right, let me put this into perspective. Are we in a bull run? No, we're not. Is this month going to be extremely bullish? It's too early to call just yet, but we have been packing our bags on XRP. We've been packing our bags on utility gems. And the reason for this being is because, listen, if we are still following the 4-year cycle, we are closer than ever before to a new cycle. That new cycle, and if we are gearing up for a bull run, this is going to be the biggest bull run ever. And the reason why I say that is because it's going to overshadow the 2020 and 2021 run. It's going to overshadow every single run beforehand. The question is XRP going to? And if XRP does, well, guess what? We're talking about creating a new all-time high and going to anywhere between $5 to $10. And that is not, like, that's something to not overlook. Like, that's a huge gain. That's nearly a 10 to 20x return from 50 cents. And like I said, with all of the major news that we've already seen back in, July and September and even August, right? Like going back to August was the big month that we've seen all of these big moves. But after August, in September, we've seen huge news as well. We've seen the growth. We've seen all of the great, insights. And a lot of people were saying, like, with all of this good news, like, why isn't XRP pumping? It's because of the market sentiment. The market sentiment has been terrible. The retail interest around crypto has been gone. So what do you think happens when the market sentiment is bullish again and retail starts flooding in again? Well, I know a few things. One, we will start to see a lot of money pouring into assets. Could XRP be one of them? Yes. Do I think that XRP will create a new all-time high? I have a very, very confident outlook on XRP. I believe that we do create a new all-time high, but we can't cloud our judgment. We have to make sure that we are watching to wait and see when XRP is becoming weak on any big move to the upside. And I want to see 92 cents being broken before we start calling for any massive price action on XRP. But for the most part, I do think that this market has been beat up so bad to the point where nobody thought that we were going to see any moves in October. I don't think anyone thought that we were going to see any moves going forward on for a very long time. Like the entire year now, for the end of the year, is going to be so bearish for crypto. Like this has been the overall sentiment around crypto. So I do like to see these moves being made on Bitcoin. I want to see a little bit more before we have any confirmation like, hey, we're about to see some big moves. 32K is going to be that level. XRP, I want to see 56 cents being broken before we start to kind of see 60 plus cents being targeted. But for the most part, you guys already know me. I've been pretty bullish on crypto since even going all the way back to November of 2022, when basically everyone was calling for crypto.com and Binance and all of these other exchanges to implode like FTX, causing Bitcoin to spiral down to 10K or below. Like the thing is, you'll never know when the bottom is actually in, because the bottom will never feel like the bottom. The top will never feel like the top. And that is why you always have to make sure that you yourself, right, is not just following blindly anyone and everyone, including myself. You need to make sure that you are also aware of the risk. You are aware of what you are doing in this market, and you always have to have a plan. So as we really kind of look at this space right now, I'm very bullish on crypto. I have been very bullish on crypto. Even on the macro, right? I'm still very bullish on crypto. I think that this is an incredible asset class. I think that the technology behind some of these projects is absolutely revolutionary, and that's never going to change. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, to notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord in the description below. And with that being said, guys, this has been Nick. Peace out.